Hello, Military Homeschool Association community. We are here today with the wonderful Penny Salmons from United Through Reading to talk about our summer reading program, Reading Around the World.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? Thanks for letting me be here. This is super exciting. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. We are so thrilled to have you here, and we're thrilled about this wonderful partnership that we have for the summer.
Yeah, us too. Us too. Because there's nothing more exciting than knowing that you're about to stack the summer with books.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah. There's nothing more exciting than that.
And we've got some good books in the lineup for this summer.
I would say, yeah. I mean, you guys came to us with what, over 40? I
Yes, ma'am.
mean, that's a couple books a week. I'm ready.
You ready? We
I
are
am.
ready. My kids are huge readers, so we are very excited to kick this off and get this journey started. So,
Yeah.
for those of you that don't know, the summer reading program is a self-paced K through 12 summer reading program that takes the kids on a literary journey across different countries and cultures. Each book corresponds to a destination. Families download the Reading Passport, choose age appropriate books, and use the United Through Reading app to log stories and share read alouds. It's totally free and flexible and designed for military homeschool life. So I'm going to leave it to Penny here to tell us a little bit more about it, but I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Well, you want me to tell you more about it? You designed it.
I did
You
design
guys
it. I
designed
did
it. Yeah.
design it, but let's go into maybe how families can sign up for the program.
All right, cool. So, just so families know, it's going to be running from June 10th to August 10th. Is that right?
That is
Okay.
right.
The theme is reading around the world, just like you said. So, the Military Homeschoolers Association came to us with this amazing list of books that literally are so reflective from so many different places that, we've either traveled to, we've seen our family stationed at, or perhaps we just have a general interest in. So that's really cool. I very much appreciate how you all broke it down into different reading levels. So we've got books from around the world from as young as what? Where does it start at? What school? So 4 to 7.
You guys, four, yeah,
Yeah,
four.
4 to 7, broken up from 4 to 7, all the way up to 16 to 18. So we've got our little kiddos, but then we didn't forget about our big military kiddos this summer too. So if they think that
Exactly.
they're gonna game all summer instead of read, we got another thing coming. So
Exactly.
a little bit about the program. Again, you guys were the architects of this, so it's really really cool. You've got the global adventure map, which is great. You've got your passport. Don't forget to get your passport
Yes,
stamps,
ma'am. You
right?
guys have to print that off.
Yeah. So you would start on Military Homeschoolers Association's website. So that's the first stop. Well, they will have the actual workbook for the whole summer program available for you. In fact, it was designed by Miss Linda here, and she did a wonderful job. I took a peek, and it's pretty exciting. It's pretty fun.
Oh, thank you. That's sweet.
That's step number one, and that's super important because you need it to keep track of all of your reading and things like that. Step number two is where I come in. Step number two is where United Through Reading comes in, and that's where you can click to download our free app. And I can tell you a little bit about our app, because I think that's going to make it make more sense. So, um, so actually, wait a second. Do we need some details about both our orgs first?
We do need some
Or
details about our organization.
yeah, it's feeling like we need some details about our org. And this is your audience, so can I give them a little bit of details about mine?
Yeah, you can go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead and start.
All right. So and then it'll pull it all together about how this whole thing got started. All right. So I'm from United Through Reading, and we are a nonprofit. We've been around for over 35 years. And what we do, so our mission is to strengthen military families' literacy, their just connectivity, overall well being. And we do it through the shared power of reading. So, in other words, we think, reading is magic and story time is amazing. And our program delivery comes in two different ways, right? Well, it comes in a couple of different ways, but it's two main ways. So, number one, we host a super cool free app for military families. And that's where you can video record yourself reading books to the special children in your life. The availability for the app is, again, for all military families. So regardless of status. So we want active duty, National Guard, Reserve, veteran. We want all the military families all across the board and all of the branches from Coast Guard to Space Force. They're all welcome. Again, the app is totally free and it's literally meant to be your own personal story bank. So it's either you as the service member recording stories for the special children in your life, and maybe a spouse and maybe a different family member. We also define family the way that you and your family define it. So you may be recording a story for your little brother or little sister, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your goddaughter, anybody, any special child in your life. And the recordings you make, they are unlimited. And I got all the space in the world on my server. So I just all the stories. We don't watch them actually. They're locked. They're actually locked by ID.me. So everyone has their own personal account. And we want you to have access to as many books as possible, which is why we were so excited when the Homeschool Association came to us and said, hey, we're going to be running this summer program. We were like, hey, if you got the program, we got the books, right? So, so when you download our app and you're making a recording, we want you to be able to get more books, especially the books that they have listed here. And for our free books, you're able to earn them. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So we send you a free book of your choice from our curated list, which includes the books from this list, right? And lots more. So you have plenty to choose from. You make a recording that makes you eligible to receive another book, and so on and so on and so on. So not only are you getting free new books that are yours to keep for the summer, but you're also building your story bank and really engaging in family story time. So that is what we are doing here. I hope that was clear.
That
That's
was
what we're
a
doing.
wonderful introduction.
All right.
How are we
Right.
going to top that? I'd like to welcome our founder for the Military Homeschoolers Association, Ms. Natalie Mack.
Hello, everyone. I am sorry that I am joining camera a little bit late, but living in the D.C. area, stuck in traffic. But I am so excited for this program. Linda has done an amazing job as our partnerships program director, and this was a brilliant idea that she had. I know I've talked with Penny before, and their advocacy for literacy and reading, and Penny is an amazing individual that just brings so much passion and excitement. And so I knew that this was a program we wanted to bring to our military homeschool community across the world, because that's where we live. We are a global community. And I'm excited about this. So I would love for you to make sure that you're following us on all our socials, and that you are please sharing this program out so that it can be a success. And I know homeschoolers, we love books. We have our own personal library. So this should be awesome for the summer. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
That was a wonderful introduction, Natalie. I would like to talk a little bit about the Reading Around the World program kind of came about on my end. The idea really came from wanting to give military homeschoolers something magical this summer, right? It's a busy season. We've got tons of families PCSing. Kids are out of school. You know, they need something to do. I'm sure most of them are kind of bored already, you know? So the reading adventure is fun. It gives them the opportunity to stay engaged and also have lots of adventures and earn rewards along the way. So like Penny mentioned, there is a wonderful map you can download. There's a passport. I also created a reading tracker so the kids can stay engaged that way and continue to hopefully read through the summer to complete the program. So I'm very excited.
I feel like you're underselling that passport and the globe you created, because and not to mention the book covers you created too. I'm gonna be honest, I printed mine.
You did?
Yeah, so I'm gonna color this summer too. It's my summer too.
Yes. How many books? Let's see. How many are you going to get on that list, Penny?
I don't know.
We have a wide range of books. Like Penny said, I sent her 40 books.
You did.
And they did an amazing job. They were able to add them all to their book list on United Through Reading. I am very grateful for their support for this program. And whether you want to follow along with those books or maybe even look at other books they have on their app, as long as your kids are reading, I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know what I thought the coolest part? Okay, so it's no secret. My kid, I have a big military kid, right? That's where we're at in our journey. We have a big one. And I thought it was really cool that some of the books that are on the list are actually on his reading list for high school anyway. So I'm like, oh, okay, you're gonna get a little bit of a head start. And then I thought it was really cool. Like I've seen some of the books you chose were actually on, I'm gonna date myself a little bit, were on my reading list from high school. And I've been out of high school for like 20 years. So I just thought it was really cool to see some of these titles and know that we'll be able to share that experience with him and other kids. Because I love a big military kid. I love the babies, but I love a big one too.
Yes, exactly. And, we have to include them. I feel like teenagers, they kind of like turtle, that's what we call it in our house. They're hiding. They don't really want to participate in much. So I think it's a good way to kind of like pull them out, keep them engaged, keep them maybe away from so many screens this summer, but it's fantastic.
So here's what I'm curious about. How did you really what inspired you for the choices? You've got some amazing choices on here, but I'm just curious, what was the inspiration?
I think a lot of it comes down to what do I want my kids reading, and what are other families reading? For example, you brought up the classics from when we were in school, right? There's Heidi, that's a favorite. And then there's some fun books in there. And I just like keeping it light, keeping it fun, and how cool to just be able to travel, around the world through reading and getting to see these different cultures. So that's kind of where I am with my kids. I want to teach them, about different areas. And I think you can kind of pull that away with these books. So
I think so. I mean, the one that stuck out the most was Persepolis.
Yes.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I know this.
My husband he said the same thing. He was like, hey, I read this. And I was like, yeah, it's fun. It's good, and I wanted to make sure we had enough options for the older kids, because I feel like reading programs are kind of geared toward the younger kids, so I don't want them to feel left out. I want them to be a part of the program, and hopefully a lot of good can come from it. So
I think you're right.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Did you see there was a comment on our Facebook page from a mom who was so excited to see that Heidi was on the list, and so she made a post about it. Yeah, so there's so much excitement out. We have 15 that are watching us now. I'm so excited about that. And then let's see, Sarah says, let's put Sarah, she has a comment there. I love that it has options broken down by ages too. So awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely something I took into account. I've ran previous book clubs in homeschool groups before, so I know how important it is to kind of keep that reading level matched up with the book selection. So I tried to do that as best I could.
You did a great job. You did a great job. I'm so excited about it. So
I am too.
And this is often I think about our families that are stationed overseas. And when we lived overseas, we loved living overseas, but there were times where we did feel a little bit disconnected from some of the fun that happens, stateside. And this is now this amazing opportunity for families to be all included, no matter where you're stationed, if it's CONUS or OCONUS. And so I think it's going to be an amazing program. And the fact that it includes, like you said, the older children, even if you think about the Pizza Hut Book It program, which we love, shout out to Pizza Hut for that. But at the same time, it stops at fifth grade or something. And so my sixth graders were always like, wow, I still want to get my pizza. So
I wish we were offering pizza. Maybe next year we'll think to add that.
But this is awesome, though, because it's for all ages. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Penny, you guys did a great job making sure we could get access to those books. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah. And, I'm glad that you brought up our O'Connor's families. I'm really glad that you brought that up because they often, with without even checking, not going to say without checking, but they might count themselves out before they
Yeah.
even check in with us. And we mail everywhere. Okay. I
Yeah.
probably personally I ship out thousands of books a year, just my own self from my own home office. And I have shipped, yes, we mail
Yeah.
everywhere. The post office knows us. I can fill out a customs form with my eyes closed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm trying to think as far north, probably North Pole, Alaska. Didn't even know there was a North Pole, Alaska until I started mailing out books. But I've sent them there. We've sent them all the way out to Camp Humphreys. I mean, we go
Nice.
we go where the mail goes. So please don't not participate because you are an overseas installation. It might take a little bit longer, of course. You know how the mail is, but I promise you,
Yeah.
half stamp will travel. Okay,
Oh,
so
I love that. I like
Yes.
that.
yeah.
And I think with, the Military Homeschoolers Association, Natalie, we are striving to support all homeschool families, Oconus
Oh,
or
yeah.
CONUS, make sure that everybody is included because we know the struggles. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. This organization is for any military connected families. And I want to shout out the Coast Guard because I've specifically been asked, does MHA support the Coast Guard? And I'm thinking, you're one of the 6 branches. I don't care if you're under DOD or DHS or, anything else that may be created. You're definitely part of us. And so you are included. I put Christine Caprani Vega's comment on. She's excited. She's an Oconus family, Penny. So,
Okay.
have stamp will travel. Your books will be coming to you, Christine.
Yeah. All you have to do is all you have to do is go to our website and just register. I have to know who you are. I got to know where to send them. That's the only catch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I got
Right.
yes,
I got to
exactly.
know. I got to know where to send the materials. And just go to our website, register for our app. Again, we want you to be, and then also look around too. So I would say start with this list of books, but don't be a stranger. Stay.
Yeah.
Look around our other list on our other books on the list, and then if you have some suggestions, I'll hear them. I want to hear them. The other thing is if you've got events going on at your installation, you're overseas, I want to hear about that too, because maybe all of us can be involved in a different way. We are here for it. So
Yes. Sarah, she had a question about shipping. So if we could just go
Yeah.
over shipping really quick, Penny.
yeah, sure.
What's the timeline for book shipments?
Okay. So our website's on an automated system, right? You're not just waiting for me to do my post office run. So our website's on an automated, and it's usually between, I'd say, max 7 business days. If you're overseas, give me at least 2 weeks, depending on how remote you are. But if you are stateside, it's going to be less than 7 days. It's usually very quick.
Okay.
Okay.
And everything ships automatically, so that's good. That makes
Yeah.
it super easy.
If you're requesting a book from the website, it's going to ship automatically. Spoiler alert, it's Amazon. So
So it'll be quick. It'll be fast. No.
It'll be faster than what you think. If you are contacting us about an event that's going on, that's different. That's humans. So, or it's me, it's my own stock, or it's the warehouse out in California, or maybe it's tying up in Alaska. It could be any one of us, right? Because we're all over the place.
Yeah.
That would be slower, but if it's from the website, it is automatic drop shipping as long as the book is available. I haven't seen too many times where we get some kind of code where it's not. It's usually available,
Yeah.
or else we take it down ourselves. So I wouldn't worry about that too much, but it's pretty quick.
Okay,
Awesome.
awesome. And then what about the limit for books? I know a lot of military families, we've got multiple children, different age groups. How does that work? Can you break that down for us?
Yes, I would love to break that down for you, because the last thing I want to do is be like, oh no, you're not going to be able to get books. No. So remember, it's an automatic system. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So our app is built to hold and host your recorded story times. That's the main thing. That's what we want you to do. Record those story times. So because it's a 1-to-1 ratio, it's recorded story time of the book, eligible for a new book, right? Recorded story time of a book, eligible for a new book. So I don't have an actual limit of how many books you can receive from us, but our system won't let you order another book unless you've done a complete recording of one book, right? And it does. Oh yes, we do have digital. We have digital books too. All right, so it looks like we're in here now. Okay, hello, Melanie. So we don't have a limit of how many books that you can order from us. We have some families who their story bank has 400 and 500 recordings,
Oh wow. Okay.
which is crazy.
That's
And
impressive.
we
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, those are pretty impressive. But it also means that their library has grown 400 times over because of us, and they're going through the years, so they're getting more advanced books as they go. But that's their hobby. That's their thing, and we're happy to help.
I love it. Hi, Melanie. Thank you so much for joining us.
I don't know if
Can
she
she
knows
hear?
she's on.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Does
if
she
she's
know
on.
she's joining us?
I
Hey,
just-
Melanie, you're
I just
here.
put her on the stage. I am so sorry. You were back. You were backstage. I didn't know that you were with us because sometimes we have other guests that want to join. So did not realize that. So sorry. Welcome, Melanie.
No problem. Like I said, I didn't want to hijack everything, but I did want to at least be in the comments to answer, any questions that anybody did
You
have.
did great.
So we are excited about this and we're looking forward to it. So just so everybody knows, my name is Melanie Sheridan. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications for United Through Reading. So like I said, I was lurking, so I didn't necessarily need to be here on the stage. So I will return this to Penny. This is really her show. And like I said, I'll be available to help anybody out. So thanks, guys.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Melanie keeps me on my toes.
Hey, Linda. So
Yes.
this is just Linda and Penny. This is just the beginning of our partnership, right? This is just the beginning. We have big plans, I think, for future engagements, and you have yes. And so you wanna chat about some of the other opportunities that United Through Reading has.
Yeah, so you're right. This is absolutely the beginning of, I think, an amazing partnership because you all have the love and trust and access to a community that we've often struggled to get to know or get to know us. So that's why we're so excited about this. We want to see ourselves with you. We want, when you guys are having your in-person events, we want to be able to be a part of that. If you're doing book clubs, we want to be able to help you out a little bit with that too. Like we want to absolutely be a part of what you're doing and really be supportive of your homeschool network. Because once a homeschool family meets us, they usually stay with us.
Yes.
It's just they don't realize that we are here for them too. And we just want to make sure they know that we are our services are here for them too. How long should the videos be? As long as the book. Well, some books are really long, right? That's actually a really good question. Okay. So we don't have a recommended length of how long the video should be because everyone's reading speed and their interaction with the book is different, right? It's different. Some books have a couple of words on the page, so it may take us 3 minutes to read it. Some Dr. Seuss, we have to actually stop and get a drink of water because we're stressed because we're worried we're mispronouncing it. Might take us 10 to 12 minutes to read it. I also think it should be known that when you request a book from us, you don't necessarily have to record that particular book you requested, right? You could have a whole stack of at-home books that you are still going through recording. So under normal circumstances, our recordings are anywhere from 3 to 15 minutes. It just depends on what you are actually reading. A pretty funny one. This is one I always tell people this. One of my favorite recordings was an hour long. And you're like, what book? Were they reading a chapter book? No. The dad was reading the driver's manual to his kid because he was going to go on deployment. So he had to read it to her before he left.
Oh,
So
that's so special.
So that's one that's like, an hour long. One of the shorter ones I've seen are just like those hop on pops or the little tiny books. And it's where it's like 2.5, 3 minutes. So we don't have a recommended reading speed for you, but it just needs to be the full book so that we know that you're actually utilizing the program the way we designed it and pour all these resources into it to be used. That's really it.
Perfect. That's amazing. And I know that you guys have mentioned previously about your book mobile kind of going around installation to installation. So that's exciting. So if you guys are out and about, definitely see if the book mobile is in your area, and then you could record while it's in there. So
yeah, you want to hear a little bit about the mobile story station?
I do want to hear about the mobile story station.
All right. So backstory. It's really funny. When I first started working at UTR, that's what I got hired to do, to take the mobile story station around. So I have this place in my heart that will always belong to the mobile story station. So when people want to hear about it, I want to talk about it. Okay. So we have two of them now. We have two. We have a mobile story station East, which goes up and down the East Coast and ventures into Middle America a little bit from time to time. And then we have a mobile story station West, which hangs out on the West Coast. My dream one day is to see it up in the Pacific Northwest, and I think I'm going to see that dream because you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to get somewhere. And what it is, it's literally a tricked out recording studio on wheels. That is the best way to explain it. Best way. Because it's the size of an Amazon delivery van. You cannot miss us. It's plastered with our logo all over it, brightly colored. It's beautiful. And the inside has a big comfy chair. It has shelves filled with books for all ages. It has great lighting. It's solar powered, the lighting and all that good stuff. It has an HVAC in it, so you're not going to be hot or cold. We take it to installations all over the place. We also take it to, let's say the homeschoolers were having a meetup group. We could meet you somewhere in our van. And if our service members or parents want to record, you just literally hop in. I shut the door. You record a story. I email you the story. Whatever book you chose to record out of the van is now yours to keep.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. Oh, that's right. We do. We just did a behind the scenes webinar for our mobile story station. So if you are interested, by all means, go check it out. You'll get to see kind of what they both look like. But we'd love to hear from our homeschool families and their meetups. We would love to meet. If you're having a picnic, let's meet you there. I'm here for it.
Okay, I'm going to take you up on that.
Yeah, you should. I want you to.
Oh my goodness. Penny, is there a cutoff date for families to enroll for the program?
No way. As long as I've got a little bit of grant money, I'm fine. I'm just going to keep it rolling. So it's open to sign up at any time. Absolutely. We are doing this partnership with you guys for the summer because this is going to be our emphasis for the summer. So we're going to make sure that we're trying to just really be paying attention and making sure that the homeschool families really know what's going on. Also with our traditional school families too. That's just our emphasis for the summer, to get you reading, to kind of stop that summer slide and really just emphasis on, I just need you reading books this summer.
Yes.
But our program is always available. Always available. Now for this particular thing that we're doing, June 10th through August 10th, right? That's when we're going through your list. But for our general overarching program, anytime. There's no limits on it.
All right. That's good to know. That is good to know. And then we had actually been speaking a little bit about the upcoming school year and possibly creating a homeschool book list on United Through Reading, which will feature hopefully some curriculum books that you would see normally. So you guys got to check that out and hopefully stay tuned for that to come out soon.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm thinking Sunlight and some of the Charlotte Mason families, the classical families.
All kinds of Becca and
book list,
Good and the Beautiful.
Becca, all the things. Yep, Good and Beautiful. Check it out.
Yeah. And you know what? We're always looking for book recommendations. we're always looking for book recommendations. So please, like, if you have some books that your family is reading and that you're that you're really into and you really want other families to know about too, whether they're homeschool or not, shoot them over to us at info@utr.org. Just let us know for sure. A lot of the times, we don't know every single book out there. Don't get us wrong. We are pretty good about knowing what books are pretty hot in the streets because we hang out with kids all the time. They're always telling us. But if you've got a book that's out there and you heard about it, we want to know.
That's amazing.
Penny,
Yes, ma'am.
you see the comment from Gina Payton. Look, she says, what fun, book mobile and stored online. Sign of the times. We still have our mini discs that hubby sent from Iraq and Afghanistan over a year ago. Thank you for all your hard work and creativity in keeping military families connected.
Okay.
Thanks,
So
Gina.
thanks, Gina. So that makes me so happy because that lets me know she's got the disc and she's got the book, and it's just that makes me so happy. And I'll tell you this, Gina, did you know that if you download the app, you can upload all this tech stuff. If you download our app, you can actually upload that story into your digital story bank on the app so that you'll never lose it. So even if that little disc goes away somehow, you will still have that story. Or if you have some recorded stories already in your phone, you can upload those to your story bank too and save them and then clear out the space in your phone. So that makes me happy that she's got that story.
Yeah, that's special. I didn't realize we could do mini discs, so that's very awesome.
I meet people because again, we've been around for like 35 years. So I meet people who their kids are now using United Through Reading with their kids, and they'll say, yeah, I did it, but I did it with the VHS. And I'm like, have to sit for a second and be like, VHS. I like have to think about it because I forgot about those, right? I forgot about them.
Yeah.
And I was like, the VHS, and they're like, yeah, VHS. And then someone else will say, oh, I did it with DVD. And then they say, you have an app now? And I'm like, absolutely. There's an app for everything.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, I remember, United Through Reading was a staple in my childhood. So I'm so glad we were able to partner and help other kids. So it's very exciting.
This is exciting. This is super exciting. And so, with your organization, because tell me a little bit more about it, because I feel like we've been getting to know each other for a couple of months now. I'm always asking something of you. I'm always asking something of you. But tell me a little bit about how you got involved with Military Homeschoolers Association.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of a lengthy question.
All right.
Okay. So we were stationed in Monterey, California, and kind of like during my time there really wasn't a homeschool group at first, the first year. My kids were missing out tremendously on just having community because we had a fantastic community in Maryland, and I was like, I was on the fence. I was like, do I create it? Do I not create it? And then I finally met this amazing woman, and she was like, just go for it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So I did, and it took off, and it went from 7 families to about almost 300 families within like 2 years. It was fantastic. And during that time, I kind of like, how do I want to word this? I ran into a few issues, but along the way, I ended up meeting Natalie, and she became a huge mentor for me. So with her guidance, I got to know her a little bit better, and she just, I don't know how to word it. She's just been a wonderful friend to have along the way and mentor. And I'm so glad that she was able to start the Homeschoolers Association because it aligns with everything that I believe in, and that is standing up and making sure these families are supported and homeschoolers, are able to get the resources that they need. So that's kind of how that played out.
The origin story. I feel like that's a part of everyone's origin story. Along the way, I met Natalie. It's part
I
of
met
mine.
her. Yep. She's everywhere. She's everywhere.
When I started MHA, I started it because I really felt like it would be a continuation of the support I've been given to my fellow military community, particularly our homeschool community over the past 23 years. And I really knew that I really felt in my heart this was needed to bring our community together, to elevate our voice, within the larger discussion about military child education. And I knew amazing family support, military support organizations like United Through Reading existed. I knew that maybe the programs were not as well known in the military homeschool community. And so I began to say, I need to start a nonprofit, and that's probably not something you think about on a regular basis to start what? So, but my husband was really supportive, and, he was nearing the end of his Navy career as a chaplain. And so he was like, I really feel this is your next calling. And so many people know I also am the Military Community Outreach Coordinator for Homeschool Legal Defense Association. And I just have been loving supporting the military community. I wanted to be able to take it beyond the legal advocacy into connecting our community around the world. And so when I started it, and I said, I need a board because nonprofits have boards, right? You don't do it all by yourself. And I thought, let me think of who would be a perfect fit for different positions. And I put out a call for help, saying, "Hey, I need people on the board." And I had so many amazing military connected homeschoolers reached out from across all of the branches to say, "I see you, I see your vision. This is something I want to be a part of." And Linda was somebody who reached out, and if she hadn't reached out in response, I would have reached out to her and said, "Hey, did you miss seeing my call for help?"
Hello.
And I really want you on. I really want you a part of this because I knew her abilities, her skill, and I thought, wow, this will be awesome. And so I can say the same for the rest of our board. It's amazing. They're all military connected. The excellence and the capacity and the skill and the professionalism of all of the board is absolutely, I couldn't have asked for a better board to support MHA and to support our military connected homeschool families. And so here we are. This is one of the things I envision is a partnership just like this.
Yeah.
Partnership just
yes,
like this.
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna keep the momentum going. This is not over. This is just the beginning.
Yes,
exactly.
This is just
so Penny, you can't go anywhere because we got you.
I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I am not going anywhere. In fact, I think what I would love to do, if you'll let me, because we've got a little bit of time left, is if I could take some questions about United Through Reading.
Yes.
If you want to ask me more about how it works, if you want to ask me about our availability to do things, and by that I mean do we come to these kind of things? Do we come to that kind of things? Whatever it is, I am open. I have got this. I got plenty of time to answer questions.
I don't know if anyone that is watching, we are live streaming a couple of places. If you have questions, I would love to hear any more questions that our viewers have. If you're watching the replay later, you can post questions in the comments of wherever you're watching it, and we will get those answers from Penny if we don't already know them, or if you have questions directly, we'll connect her. I think that wow, the opportunity that United Through Reading, what United Through Reading stands for, and the fact that military homeschoolers, like I mentioned earlier, literacy is so important to us. Community is important. We are very well socialized community, and we love books in general, right? In general, most military homeschool families love books, and so to be able to actually have this is fabulous. I do see a question here from Sarah. I'm going to put on stage. There it is. And it's, after you create an account, what does the activate option mean on the UTR? What does the activate option mean?
So after you create an account, I'm assuming like after you download the app and the activate option, it just means that you're ready to like start recording your books and stuff. Like, do you want like to receive things from us? Melanie, jump in if you think I'm not being clear. Do you want to like receive information from us? Are you ready to start recording? All that kind of stuff. Because she should have logged in or activated through id.me, because that's what locks you. That's what keeps it all separate, keeps it all personal. But it should just mean like, hey, are you ready to start receiving things from us? Are you ready to start doing recordings? Do you want to be able to log in online and request a free book from us? The activate literally means activate. Like, are you ready to get started?
Here's the question specific to when my name is on the top drop down, it shows activate, but it asks for a code. So I was curious.
Was it a code that was sent to your email? That would be my first question.
Yeah, check and see if it was a code that was sent, Sarah, and let us know. I'm gonna put this next question up while she responds.
Yes.
Can you please remind me what the app is called?
Yeah, it's literally called United Through Reading, or if you're in your so it's called United Through Reading, and you can find it in the Apple App Store. What's that officially called? iOS, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
the Android, or the Android
The Play Store, yeah.
Yeah, the Android store. Just literally type in United Through Reading. Oh, there it is. So you can go to our website too, UTR.
Thank you, Melanie.
This is why I always need to travel with Melanie, because she's already got the stuff.
So that is definitely the UTR app. But if you want to sign up through the program, go ahead and head over to militaryhomeschoolers.org, and a pop-up should pop up, and you can click it. It should pop up, and there is a button for you to go ahead and register. But right above that button is the PDF download for you to download all of the content that goes along with the summer reading program.
Absolutely. And it should be noted, like when you go to Military Homeschooler Association, their homepage, their landing page, following that link, like she said, right above it is all the workbook info, the PDFs, the printables. Underneath it is registering it. It's actually a straight link to us.
Yeah.
So you're going to straight to us.
So Sarah responded. She said, "No, ma'am. I signed up yesterday. Nothing new in an email. Sorry, I just didn't want to miss something if I was supposed to put something in there. Thank you."
No worries. I'll tell you what, Sarah, I'll take it offline with you for sure. And we can just go through, because it could be something in spam. I'll take it offline with you for sure. If you're having any kind of, that's the other thing too. If you are having any kind of technical issues, if you need written out steps, if you need, help, like literally step-by-step help for anything that's happening, you can reach out to us. We are more than happy to help you at Help Desk.
Yes.
More than happy to help you. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not looking right at it this second, so I'm going to blank. And I know I'm live. So I'm going to blank, but I shouldn't be blanking. Who is eligible to participate? Excellent. Okay. So we were talking about this a little bit earlier, Sam. Who's eligible to participate? So for us, again, it is any military family. It's any family with military affiliation, right? So we are looking for active duty families, reserve families, National Guard, also veteran families. Natalie, earlier you mentioned our Coastie families. Absolutely. Yeah. We want all the branches.
Oh, CONUS. Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody.
stateside. So Oconus, we want everybody. Just as long as there's military affiliation, that's fine with us. And again, when we say family, just definitely a reminder, we define family the way your family personally defines family, right? Well, that was a little bit of a circle, right? So that literally just means that we are talking, if you want to read the special children in your life, if you want to read to your little brother or little sister, if you want to read to your niece, your nephew, your goddaughter, your granddaughter, we come across a lot of really young service members who actually read to their moms. So, but believe it or not, believe it's a pretty common thing. They will look through our list. Like we'll be out in the field, we'll be out and with a mobile storage station, and we'll be pier side, like on a ship or something like that. And we'll have a service member who comes out and they're like 18 or 19, and they came out to read the book to their little brother or little sister, and then they look through and they'll say, "Oh, my mom used to read this book to me. Do you think maybe I could read one from my mom?" And I'm like,
Aw.
"Yes."
I love
Yes,
that so
please.
much.
Oh, now the tears.
That's
the
amazing.
tears.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because in that moment, they are simultaneously the service member and the military kid.
Yes.
They're the
Yeah.
same.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, I, if you want tears, I'll give you tears. So I
Oh.
think I'll give you tears.
Oh.
So for the program, everyone always thinks like you got to be the mom or the dad, or you have to be on deployment, but you don't. I've had service members come out and they say, my brother just had a baby, but I want to record these books because I want this baby to know who I am. And I'm like it's a new baby. And he was like, yeah, he just had it yesterday, but I need this baby to know who I am. And I know this ship is coming out of the yards. I know my deployment's up, but I need this baby to know who I am. I'm his uncle. And I was like, get in the van right now, record this story.
Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing? That I feel like that's only caters to military families.
Yeah.
Like it's so random, but being able to connect those families like that it's awesome.
It's pretty cool. And then we have other situations where it's like when I have a service member, it might be mom or it might be dad, and they have been gone for a very long time, but we have small children who immediately recognize them because of the videos. So that one's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
So.
that's awesome.
Oh, I love it. She's right. Father's Day is coming up, and I'm just saying, some story time recordings on our app will be pretty cool for your kid.
Yeah.
And we've got like little. Let's talk about how fun it is. So it's very easy to use. It's just like recording on your phone. It's just like recording on your phone. It really is. It's on your phone. You're recording on your phone. Like hit play, little circle goes to a square. It's recording. But we also have frames that you can put on that are fun too.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we got frames on there. Melanie was talking earlier about the digital books. Let's say you don't have a book, just a book in your hand. We've got some digital books, so you can record those too. So and those change out. So it's very easy to use. I promise.
And families can download those books for the summer reading program. Just if they want the digital version instead of the hard copy, can they do that?
So I have ebooks that live on my app. I have ebooks that live on there. I am not at the library, up to the library's game where I have ebooks that you can download for me. That's the library that's running around doing that, and Libby and all that stuff. Now I think that if you can't do recordings all summer, and you can only request 3 or 4 books from us, that's totally fine. And you check out the rest from the library, that's fine too, because I believe in the power of summer reading programs combined, right? So even if you don't get all the books from us, I promise you I won't take any offense, especially if you're going to your local installation library, because you're probably going to see a bookmark there from us to remind you to come back to me. So it's a full circle.
I love it.
Here's one more from Sarah. Sarah says, oh, how fun. Frames, love it. MHA. For the passport question, are we supposed to color a book in the country after we read those, or will this information come out later? I did not see it in the material I printed. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's really whatever you want to do. It gives you the freedom to either color it in. You could maybe even print off the covers. I can share the covers, and we could print off the covers so you can show what books you read for that country. We can make it really fun. And the passport, the passport you can color in, you can fill out, you can fold it. I think it folds up so you can actually shape it into an actual passport. What was the last piece? You did not see the material you printed.
They should send.
She did see.
Oh, she didn't see it in the material she printed. Okay. Yeah, no, it's really whatever you want to do. I just wanted to make sure the kids had something to continuously be engaged with the reading program. So
sounds like creative freedom.
Creative freedom.
That's what it
you know,
sounds
just like homeschoolers love.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, Sarah.
I feel like Sarah's our number one fan today.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Shout out to Sarah. Yay.
Yeah.
Speaking
Sarah,
of number one fans, so if your child participates all summer long, we will be hopefully showcasing them in our monthly newsletter to give a little piece about your child and all they have accomplished during the summer reading program. So stay tuned and keep engaged with us, and feel free to send us updates.
Yes. Love it.
It's okay. I'm glad that you have lots of questions, Sarah.
Yeah, me too. Don't ever apologize for having lots of questions.
Yeah.
If anything, just send them to info. Just spam me. I'll take them all. Okay. I gotta think of something fun. So whichever families do participate, I've got to think of something fun that we can do at the end of the summer. Whether it's like send you a bookmark or a couple extra books, just something fun. We'll think about that. We'll mull that over for sure.
And we would love ideas too. So if you have ideas, feel free to shoot them out.
Yeah, we'll think of something fun.
Exactly.
No free trips to the places you read about. The free trip is in the book. The free trip is in the book.
Oh my goodness.
But perhaps maybe another book somewhere else.
Right. Oh
my goodness. You know what I love about this book? I love that it's able to travel with all the families gearing up. It's going to be the busiest PCS season.
Yes.
And families are going to be able to continue the program throughout their PCS and be able to just kind of keep those kids entertained. I know that's always a struggle for me. We have 4 kids, so keeping them entertained as we drive across the country, for a week, that's always a challenge. So books are a good way to do that.
Yeah. Or
constantly
definitely. In those hotel rooms, right?
Yes.
I haven't PCS since 22 and I'm still traumatized. And I only did it with one kid. I did it with 3 cats and 1 kid and 1 husband. And I don't know who I should have left behind. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We just PCS. It's been not even 6 months. So it's still pretty fresh. And it was kind of traumatizing because we did it during Hurricane Helene. So we could have used your books.
Yeah.
Yes. Nothing like the fun of PCS.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Yes, that made me think. And Penny, we have a podcast that we also have launched called Base and the number 2 Base Military Homeschooling. It's on our YouTube channel where we're airing this live stream, one of the locations. So it's all focused on the PCS and bringing the resources and information to the families that they need about different duty stations. And so it's going to be exciting. So this is perfect because PCS, the podcast, the books, all of it comes together.
All of it.
Here, Sarah has a good one too. Sorry, go ahead, Penny. Go ahead.
Oh no, what I was gonna say is, so PCS season is one. I'm weird. It's one of my favorite times. I enjoy a new city. I enjoy a new installation, unless the commissary closes really early, and then that's when I'm like, what is this? What's going on? But anyway, I love a good new place. But my other favorite thing is if you're going to a new installation and you're there and no one has ever heard of United Through Reading or anything like that, then absolutely this is your chance to be a voice for us. Let us
Right.
know that it's not activated there so that we can try our best to get it activated. If you want to be a volunteer there, that's fine too, but just let us know. Let us know what's going on there. We're more than happy to make sure we get some literacy resources into that new community that you just moved into.
Awesome.
Sarah asked a really great question. Sarah, you should be able to actually search the books when you log into the app, or not the app. Is
Let's
it
take a look.
online, Penny? It's online.
Yeah. So I clicked into registered. Okay. So she clicked in, she registered. How do we know you're linked? I'm glad you asked that. So again, we live in the tech age. I can tell who clicked through. I can tell who, well, not me, our tech people and Melanie. What am I saying? I can't tell anything. We can tell who clicked through the website. Does that make sense? Like I know who went to MHA's website first and then clicked on that link and came through to us. That's how I can tell. The pass through. The embedded link, that's how I can tell. And it does make sense.
Oh, okay. She wanted to, she just, I guess when she went to the app, she didn't see anything specific for this particular summer reading program, but I think it's so you've explained it,
did that on purpose. We did that on purpose, number one, so that we don't have to change the landscape or layout of our app because it's really expensive. And number two, we want you to know that just because we're doing this for summer reading, it doesn't mean you can't continue to use our services afterwards. That's why you don't see anything super special. But I can tell that you went to MHA's website first and then clicked and logged through. And now I know how to spell your first and last name. So I feel like at the end of the summer, Sarah, if anybody's gonna have some recordings, it's gonna be Sarah. So
yeah,
I love it.
I
love it.
I love it too.
All right. Penny, would you mind just real quickly just kind of rehashing the steps that they will have to take to get access to those books?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So if you're participating in the Read Around the World summer program with Military Homeschooler Association and Unite Through Reading, excellent. Love the new partnership, right? The first stop is to go to MHA's website. That way you'll have access to all the PDF of the workbook materials, like all the fun stuff that goes along with reading. You will get your passport, your world map, your instructions that remind you about, how to access things over at UTR2. You can, and then you just click on the register button and that will take you straight to my website. So now you're all mine, right? That takes you straight to United Through Reading. You're just downloading, you're downloading the UTR app and creating an account or signing up for it, whatever you want to call it, creating an account where you can video record yourself or your service members reading books to special children and their lives. Now, our app is 1-to-1 ratio. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay. So that means for every recording that you make, you're eligible to earn another free book. We have a curated list of books, which include all, if not all, but 90% of the books from the summer reading list from MHA on our website. And you can request free books from us through our website, through logging in for the same way you logged into the app. It's all connected. I promise you, it's all interconnected. Our books take about, I usually say 7 days. I don't get my hand slapped, but I always say it's like around 7 days. If you are, again, if you're OCON, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you already know how that works with mail. And you just choose from our curated list what book you want, and it will drop ship in the mail to you, right? It'll be. And let me think. Am I being super clear? I'm going to run through it one more time. So you just visit United Through Reading's website. So UTR.org or United Through Reading's website. Or you visit the App Store, iOS or the Android store, download our app, create an account. Or if you already have an account, maybe forgot about it. I don't know. So create an account and then you can request free books from us from our curated list that lives on our website. And again, 1-to-1 ratio. So one recording of a book equals you're eligible to receive another free book and we will ship it to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Penny. Well, I think that is it for our summer reading program kickoff. Thank you so much, Miss Natalie, for joining us, and Miss Penny. And I hope to see a lot of you there at the summer reading program this summer. So thank you guys for joining us today, and Have a great summer.
Have a great summer, everyone. Thank you, UTR.
Bye.
Appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.